Now, this is my pretty white Tesla. She's pearl white. And this is what I drive all the time whenever I'm driving Uber. I do nothing very special. I drive regular Uber X. I do comforts every now and then. I do reservations every now and then. When it brings up Uber Eats, I do Uber Eats. And I do Uber Connect. Now, most of the time I'm doing just Uber driving, taking passengers around. So I'm just going to talk to you about all the tips and tricks on how I make $1,600, $1,500, $1,400, because I spoke to people and they're like, wow, these numbers are pretty good if you're not driving an Uber Black. So specifically, just to dive right into it, I drive in Los Angeles, California. What I do in particular, I'm smart about it. I think about Uber as a business because Uber pays us $10.99. And if you think about it as a business, you attack it as a business, you make more money. So my thought process to doing Uber after about 7-8 months, when I was like, wait, I can make really good money if I really play this right. I started thinking about it and I was like, cool. Uber every day starts over at 4 a.m. And I was like, if it starts at 4 a.m., that means I got a whole 12 hours till another 4 a.m. hits in and then like it restarts. So me being a person who doesn't sleep throughout the night, I'm usually up at like 3-4 in the morning anyway. I started getting on Uber at 4:30 in the morning. And every time I got on at 4:30, I was always getting rides taking me to the airport. Now, airport rides, from what I've researched and everything and driving for over a year, it's guaranteed that you are going to make, I want to say, about $20 plus, depending on where you are and how far you are from the airport. So with me noticing that, I kept playing that game and being like, all right, I'm going to get up at 4 something in the morning and just drive Uber. So the more I started doing that, the more I realized I'm not just driving for airport people. I'm actually taking people to work from, I want to say 5:30, 6 a.m. to about 9. Then I would get off. I'd go home. I'd have breakfast, I'd shower, I'd greet my lady, do whatever I needed to as far as errands that I wanted to run for me to have a day that I wanted to have a day of. I didn't want to have somebody breathing down my neck telling me I need to do certain things and this, that, and the third. So it made it really simple for me to get up and be like, cool, work from 4 something in the morning, get off at 9. Everybody else is stressed out while they're in the office and all this shit. I'm relaxing, driving my ass home. And now it's like a way better day for me because now I get to tackle the things I really care about. Plus, I already made over $150. So what I would then do later in the day after I drove in the morning and I went home and I did everything that I wanted to do, I would check again and be like, all right, let's see when the afternoon is starting to pick up. Because if the mornings pick up at a certain time for people going to work and to the airport, the afternoons have to guaranteed pick up for people leaving work. So I applied that same thought process to it. I went and I got out there and I was like, all right, cool. People are leaving work between like 2 and change. So it's starting to like turn red on the map. And I'm like, all right, this is perfect. Traffic picks up, you know, you in a little bit more traffic, less rides you're taking than what you were taking earlier in the day because it's more traffic and everybody's going home, but you're making a bit more money in the afternoons also. So like, I wasn't really bothered by it. So when I would do that, I always played the game where I would end up doing anywhere from 6 to 8.5, just about 9 hours in a day. And that was perfect because to me, I'm like, that's a perfect work week. That's 40 hours in a week. I'm from New York, so I'm used to the 40-hour work week, not this 35, 38 that California gives. So I do the 40. To be honest, I'm usually pushing a little past 40, more like 42 on the app, and then actually like 39, 40 actually driving passengers. And that's how I'm pushing anywhere from 1,400 in a week to 16 in a week. But I'm only working 5 days. Some of the pictures that I'm going to show you guys, or you have seen, it may show that I work 7 days a week. But if you really pause the video and look at each one of those, you'll see I maybe worked like an hour or 2. And that was because I was wide awake, my girl was asleep, or I thought about what I was doing in that week or that day. And I was like, if I'm going to spend X, I want to make X to counteract what I'm about to spend. I also do that. I am very big on knowing my numbers. So I have a number for the week. I want to hit 1,500. That means if I'm going to work a 40-hour work week, that means I'm working 5 days, which means I'm working 8 hours, which means every single day I need to make a minimum of $300. If I deviate from my 5-day work week and I really take 2 days off, that means still got 5 days. If I deviate and I got 4 days and I didn't make no money, I adjust how much I need to make every day. So let's say if any day throughout the week, my number is 1,500 and I skip 4 days of work and now I got 3 days, that means I need to make $500 every day. But let's say for some reason I actually work 2 other days throughout my 5-day work week. If I work those days and let's say one day was a phenomenal day, which I have every now and then, when I made actually $500 in a day, that means I think about the rest of my week and I'm like, well, I got X amount of days. My number really is only 1,500. But if I still got X amount of hours to get towards 40, I'm really going to push more to like hit the 40-hour mark instead of just 1,500. That's really how I go over my 1,500 every week. I pick the number. Whenever I excel that number for the day, which is 300, I keep going, especially if I didn't hit like my full 8 hours. But if I already hit my 8 hours, I might slack off. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm human, just like anybody else. So that's how I do it. That's how I make the $1,400 to $1,600 weeks, just driving regular Uber, no Uber Black, none of that extra shit. To be honest, I should figure out what it would look like if I really woke up for one solid week and worked 7 days straight and really pushed a minimum of 8 hours every day. And I wonder what that would look like. I'm pretty sure I could probably do like $2,000 in a week. Because I saw a video that a guy posted 6 years ago and it said you're not pushing numbers towards like $2,500 in a regular Uber X. Bro, well, maybe this is the exception because I get comfort rides and this technically is electric. So maybe this is the exception. I could be wrong. This could be a total exception because of the kind of car I'm driving, but I'm just letting you guys know this is the numbers that I'm pushing while driving a Tesla. I don't know about other people. But yeah, you can definitely make the 1,600, 1,500, 1,400. It's just all about how you game plan Uber. If you think about it as a real business instead of just like dicking around with it, and you get up and you put in your time and you like, yo, let me get the discipline to work X to X time frame because that's like the most busy people going to work. Boom, do that. It's solid for you. It really works. It helps. It helps a lot. But anyway, that is my advice. That is how I crush the over $1,000 to over $1,500 weeks while driving a Tesla. I'm not sure if this all still applies to you driving a non-electric car, but try it out. And if so, give me feedback and let me know what like that all is like. Oh, also, I should make a video and talk about what it's like to, how you call this? What charging is like. I should make a video as far as what charging costs look like for me in a week. Maybe I should do that. The 1 week thing where I work a full 7 days, 8 hours each day. I should really do the charges then, see how much it's really going to cost me. But I'm pretty small how I do chargers. I pay attention to which chargers cost the most at what times and things like that. So I plan routes very accordingly. Yeah, I need to just make videos about how I really go about Uber. I game plan the hell out of Uber because I'm like, I like to do other things. Uber just keeps cash flow good while like my online stuff blows up. So yeah, it gives me something to do. But yeah, I'll keep dropping some tips and tricks towards you guys. And yeah, let me know what you think.